What's up? And how's it going? Okay, so I can't stream too late tonight. I'm back on the normal time. Start my going back to work again tomorrow, so that'd be a little mindful. I was trying to get on here a little bit earlier, but I'm still pretty much okay with where I am now. Again, can't stream too late tonight. Sorry for not streaming last night to anybody that was expecting a stream. I said I was going to be back on Final Fantasy XIV, and I had a little bit of a delegation, I guess you could say. I was debating whether, did I really want to stream Final Fantasy XIV tonight? I decided to do it. There has been some other games I've been thinking about squeezing in this small window. We still have more than 20 days until the Endwalker release comes out, and same with the new Dominant Pearl remakes, and also, yes, there's an also, which has nothing to do with the streams, but Cowboy Bebop. What is up with the 19th? Everything's coming out on the 19th. So, I figured I would come in here and do this. For anybody out there keeping up with me in real time, fingers crossed. I know I just got a new job, but I'm trying to get a new job again, a better job, one that's going to benefit me and the family so much more, so fingers crossed with me out there, send those good vibes. I'd really appreciate them. Hopefully, I will get this job when it does come up. But for now, I'm going to do something I haven't done in a very long time. I'm going to go with the Gold Saucer. I got a card to sell, and honestly, also, I could actually go for maybe a couple Gold Saucer games. It's really been that long. It's been like a year since I've been here. So tonight, I'm not really going to do a lot. We're kind of still prepping for Endwalker. It's kind of all I can do. So I'm just going to be running some Roulette and maybe a little bit of raid stuff to just get some items and whatnot. Just a few things to really level things out, I guess you could say. And hopefully we have us a great night. I'm going to be trying my best to not only, get some prep going, but again, trying to at least make a little progress in that and having some fun as well. Let's see. Let's play us a little mini cactpot ticket, get us a little scratch off going on. These are super cheap. Always recommend the same technique. Like we already know on this ticket, you can't get to 10,000. Cannot. So, trying for something for the next highest thing is always like my next greatest thing to go for. 54, not great, but not too bad. Minato! How are you tonight, Minato? What have you been up to? And hopefully you had a, again, no jackpot. Wow. Hopefully you had a pretty good Thursday. 180. Last one gonna be, will we get the jackpot? Or the cactpot, they say. We did not. Not the greatest haul, but not too bad either. Played some Mario 64. Did you get better at it? Did it start feeling more comfortable? I haven't played any of the expansion pass since me and you played the other day. And how do you feel also about maybe getting on some Roulette tonight? If you're up for it, that is. Let's see what the next game is going to be up here. Cliffhanger. I'm not the greatest at Cliffhanger. Slowly getting better. It's just so clunky, I actually was curious if it was the same ROM port from the 3D All-Stars, and it's not. I actually found that out today. It is not the same port, which is a little disheartening. I don't know why they decided to do an actual emulated ROM rather than the upscale ROM. From what I heard today from two different YouTubers, Wolfden, and I can't remember who else the other, RGT, I think. I can't remember his name. It's like random. I just watch his content and I feel bad for not remembering his name, but they were kind of like, not necessarily the other guy, but Wolfden was more securely talking about like frame rate, and you know, the 3D All-Stars apparently came out like at a full true 30 frames per second, which I did actually notice that the frame rate had gone up substantially. Apparently it's better in 3D All-Stars though, and like he did a side-by-side, and you can really see it. And then into the Switch Online, it's supposed to be 30 frames per second, but it's a ramped up version of the game that's pushing to be 30 frames per second, but it's not quite making it all the way there. It's kind of like, I don't know, I would say it's probably chugging at a good 24 to 27, you know, like really pushing itself probably a little bit harder than it needs to. I also heard that there's supposed to be like 38 64 games in the end, and that actually made me really excited and feel a lot better about getting the expansion pass as early as I did. Because, I mean, I jumped the gun. I got it as soon as it came out, and I'm not disappointed. The kids love it. You've got to play it, Minato. I've been playing it a tad bit. I played it last night, actually. Stacy's been dabbling with it. Stacy and I are more looking forward to a few more games coming out, like Paper Mario. I never played it before, so that'd be exciting. Stacy's looking forward to Banjo and Kazooie and the original Pokemon Snap. I'm wondering what other games will be coming out. Give me a quick second. I'm not actually going anywhere. I can probably still delegate my voice on here. I accidentally scratched the blood out of my leg, and I just want to... It's not a bad scratch. Just want to kind of mitigate this so I'm not making an unwanted mess in my work area, because, jeepers, that's just kind of gross. How do you feel? You're currently in my bathroom with me. And now we're not. That quick. Never beat the first Paper Mario, so you're interested? That's good. To be interested, I've never even played Paper Mario. Not even once. Never played Majora's Mask, which is another game coming out, which I'm pretty excited about also. So what kind of content you want to run? I just figured I'd jump in here tonight and just kind of do roulette stuff. But, yeah, which one do you want to start off with? We going expert? We going 80 dungeons? 50, 60, 70, which I don't really think is going to help me out that much, honestly. It will not. So, expert, 50, 60 dungeons, leveling, trials. I don't even know if I want to do main scenario. Alliance. Pretty much everything except for the main scenario. Guild House. We never do those anyway. So no main scenario, no Guild House, and no 50, 60, 70. Everything else is in the delegation in which we need to like pursue. Everything needs tanks. Tank. Nobody's wanting to tank these days. Better gear. I am trying to get better gear. Yeah, I'm just trying to get to like it's on. I think I'm on 510 right now. And I've been told, yeah, 510, that 520 is probably going to be that like where you want to be. So I'm really just wanting to get the autumn level up to like 520. It's mostly, like, I think you told me the other day that where I am now, I'm already set for Endwalker, but, like, I don't really have anything else to stream right now. Like, I've got, like, not a lot going on. I could probably play a few games, but they're going to last a lot longer than I would like them to. And then I'm stuck either stopping that game before I want to, or pursuing that game longer and pushing back all the new releases that'll be coming out. And I'm trying to find a good mitigation by just kind of playing this. We can do expert. How many of the new totems are yet out? Wait, what do you mean? Totems? Like for the extreme stuff? Although I also have this gear here that I just not equipped. What autumn level is it? 520, 520, 520. Which I have all of these, like, actually could equip at the moment. Tombstone or Revelation? Okay, that's what you meant. Is it logs? I forgot how you check your currency. It's right there in front of my face. Okay, the new ones are Revelation. I have 237. 0 out of 900 this week. Those are good to use as well, those pieces of armor. Good deal. I just need to actually look at a couple things. Like one, deleting a spot for it, which sucks in some ways. And then also taking my material off level 8. Sweet. You can actually put the materia back on, can you not, Minato? Like, am I right or am I wrong? Yeah, you can. Sweet. Nude Lalafeld, man. Okay, what else do we have? Hands and the legs. Damn it. Sweet. I think the legs was the other knot. Yes. Sweet. I'm Nude Man. Nude Lala fell out here. What did that set me up to? 512. Alright, what do I gotta do to do, someone call the police? What do I gotta do to, the gear thing? Do I click on your character? For the materia? Request mailed, that's it, yeah? Okay, let's see what I actually need first. Crit and spell speed. Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Benato. Just a few more here. Okay, what was this one? Crit could go up again. And then determination. Or direct hit. We'll go direct hit. Damn, this is my one and only direct hit. What the hell happened? Can't tell what this one is. Crit is... We could use a crit again and spell speed. The flying cap controls on Mario 64. I honestly don't think I ever made it that far to be able to do that. Is it that bad? What do we see on the spell speed? That was it. Then there's actually a ring I apparently have equipped that has no materia on it as well. Let's go ahead and maybe put that on there also. Might give me a small boost. Spell speed again. It's awful. I had that kind of same problem going on with a lot of this stuff, honestly. The controls are just... I feel like they could have been cleaned up a little bit better, you know? And I don't know why they actually did things the way they did. Hopefully it doesn't take us too long to get in here for everything. Make it instant? Okay. So, Benato, are you pretty excited for Endwalker coming up? I'm excited, but I'm also in this weird stage where I want to be more excited than I am, but I'm also kind of like, we'll see what they give us, you know? I don't know. I've been really trying to hype myself up more and more for it, honestly, but still in that same boat. You're hyped? That's really good. I'm mostly hyped for story content. That's me. I feel like we didn't leave off where I would have liked to have let off, and ready for like that ramp up again of building back up to the story, playing the game for the story, and all that really cool stuff. Gosh, I love it when you tank mid auto, honestly. It always starts at a really, really good, like, beginning. I wish that every time that I did a tanking maneuver that I could always get a good healer as well. It's always good when you're the healer if I'm a tank, but, like, sometimes we run content and, like, if I ever go tank, it seems like we'll have, like, I don't want to be mean and say we have the worst healer, but we have a not quite as experienced healer. And it makes it just so much harder to be able to run things like that. Especially if you're trying to go for those like really big pulls and everything. This is actually going pretty quick. So is there any theories out right now, like, or have they released? I haven't looked it up. What the next set of mounts will be for Endwalker? You know, we had the dogs, the birds. We had the dragons now. Never really heard much of anything as far as like predictions go or anything like that. Uh-oh. We're almost there. Good deal.
What took you so long?
Actually, that would have helped me out.
The amounts are in trouble.
Oh, no, it wouldn't have. That was for Gunbreaker, like, tank stuff.
No, you don't.
Going okay so far. Oh. Double shit. Okay. I'm gonna be a little at a little bit of these mechanics still, so bear with me. I think this is only the second time I've been in here. You know, that's a good example of what I just meant. Good deal. I wish there was a little something they could have done here. You know, like us targeting random beasts amongst the ground and feats and stuff like that. I feel like it would just been a really nice touch. Good deal. Lunar Bahamut's going down. I felt like this was like, as far as this story goes, I think it's cool. I think it's very cool, but I'm gonna address it as well as it needs to be addressed. I'm just gonna say it. I was so underwhelmed by this. Like, I expected a follow-up, a trial, just so much more than this battle. Lunar Bahamut, like, it is Bahamut. Like, they have Bahamut in the name. There's just like so much to it that I expected that just didn't happen. Like, you know, I'm not one that likes that obscure difficulty, as you may well know. You know, there's some content that I get just uninterested in, needless to say, when it comes to certain things. But like, I don't know, this one I just literally felt super underwhelmed. The story buildup was there, everything was there. And then we had this in a trial, and I was just like, what? Why? How? Just all the works of things, you know? And just, I don't know, part of me still doesn't know how to really even feel about it or take it, like, still to this moment in time, like, this far in, of me being caught up, which hasn't been that long, but I don't know. To me, it was just, like, super underwhelming. Oh, what the jeez. We're almost there. Not too much longer. Something since I have been back that I've noticed is a lot less people limit break these days. Is there like a trend these days, or is people really like, you know, getting offended when people limit break? Like, I feel like it very rarely happens, or it definitely has very rarely happened since I've been back playing the game. It's just kind of weird to think, just like, There's like a whole thing that you could do. Just like so many people now are just like, nah, about it. I don't know what it really is, but I don't know. It just seems a little weird. Oh damn! Did somebody just? Maybe not. I was gonna say did somebody just limit break, but I guess not. I am dead. I did not find the opening. Okay, never mind. Again, it did not do as much damage as I thought it was going to, so a little underwhelming once more. I mean, it's a cool fight. It's a cool dungeon. I like the aspect. I like the story that goes around it, but I don't know. To me, again, it just feels a little slightly underwhelming. And, you know, it could just be me. You know, again, I like the story that's revolving around it at that time, but I still expected so much more, I guess you could say. I don't know if that's wrong to feel that way either. It's just, at that point in time, like, I guess it's because of everything that was going on at the time, they didn't want to include too much, but it... To me, I don't know, it could have been a trial. It could have been a trial, or it could have been a dungeon with the follow-up trial, which isn't so unheard of. That's happened before, but I don't know. It's really underwhelming. He was hopped up in the big story. That's how I feel too. Like, it was like really, really hopped up, you know, and then we get Lunar Bahamut, something we haven't quite seen before, and just like a whole different aspect. It's Bahamut, you know, let's just go ahead and say that. At one point, it was the major turnaround for the summoner. And in most of the Final Fantasy games, it's like the last summon you get. It's supposed to be the most powerful, often known as King of the Dragons. It could have been like a dungeon boss, then an instant fight if they wanted to do a full-blown trial. Yeah, I mean, it could have just been a lot right there, you know, just so much, and then all of a sudden they just... Man, we'll plug them in at the end of a trial. We'll just kind of call it there, even though it's a main story arc. Again, I'm not the craziest about like having super unmanageable, I should say, content to have to go through and play. Sometimes some mechanics to me are way too far out there. But they ramped that up so hard, like hardcore, and then the execution was just plug them in at the end of a dungeon. Let's just call it there. Let's just keep moving forward and just forget about this whole other expansion now. Or post-expansion. He's teaming up with our dragon edgy friend fighting Lunar Bahamut. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Super underwhelming for sure. It's a cool dungeon, though. I can't say it's not a cool dungeon. It's a cool dungeon. I just feel like that arc of the story was just rushed. They were just ready to be finished with it and start something else. Maybe they ran out of ideas. That could have been a thing, too. You know, it doesn't often happen, but Yoshi P started working on Final Fantasy XVI. The team was working from home. I mean, I can only imagine so many things that was going on with a lot of that. So that could have happened and been an issue as well. $327. I think I probably still need to rack up some more so they can focus on 6.0. Yeah. That's kind of what I'm thinking too. Like I said, Yoshi P was barely in the office, and when he was probably thinking Shadowbringer has started off well, didn't do as good as they wanted, and then not only that, it got left halfway through the game with a really bad taste in not only our mouth but theirs as well. So it's probably a big thing. You know, the whole COVID situation, pandemic situation coming in, they're just probably like, we can do better than this, and now that the world's coming somewhat back to normal, or what feels as close to normal as possible, we can set our focus somewhere else and leave this in, you know, the shadows, and walk towards the end, so to speak. Puns intended, obviously. Alright, let's just, you know, work our way down. You know, we did the expert dungeon. Let's do level 80 dungeon. and go from there. Again, I'm not going to be on here too much longer than that, so let's just work our way down. You know, why not? I'm hoping that 6.0 just doesn't play out so quick that it's just... I don't even know. That's my only fear, that 6.0 will play out so quick. And then we're going to have to wait 3 to 4 months for each patch. Which isn't so bad. But 4 months waiting on a patch of a game and its consistent stretch that's supposed to last for like 2 to 2.5 years is... It's kind of asking a lot, you know? But I don't know. There's a lot coming out around that time for sure. That day, I don't know what's up with November 19th. Again, it blows my mind. We have Endwalker coming out. The Dominant Pearl remakes coming out. Cowboy Bebop live action. What a day. New raids to be around Christmas? That's actually not too far off, which... It seems not too far off, but at the same time also a little close to release. Because I can only imagine so many people that are going to be getting the expansion as a gift. Sounds wild, I know, but I mean, that's kind of how things work in the world these days. You know, not everybody's made of money, especially during COVID season, especially not just during COVID season. Legit, we're going through fucking inflation. And nobody's wages are getting increased. And the fact that most people aren't working these days because the whole job influence and things these days is just all over the fucking place. So there's that as well. It means very indifferent. I don't know. Christmas seems a little close, but maybe not. Maybe a lot of players will have already finished the story from the 19th to the 25th, which is... If that's the case, it's a little sad too. That means like the story isn't going to be that long. But, I mean, given that it will be, I mean, it's kind of a lot to ask, I guess, to say for the story to last a month long, I guess. I don't know. That's the one thing I love and hate about this. It's like watching a really, really good anime. You know what I mean? It's very interactive, though. So it's like watching the best interactive anime story ever. And, like, everything seems intuitive. Everything seems to be going the path that you think it will be. Everything seems linear. Not too linear, though, because you have some choices that you can make with dialogue. And, you know, you play different playstyles with your friends or with random people. So that's pretty cool as well. But that story, oh my god, that story. Like, it progresses at a good pace, and then just like your favorite anime, you gotta wait like a year and a half. Or Attack on Titan, where they space things out, like they give you half a season, and you might have to wait 2 years till the second half of the season comes out or something. It's just, oh my god. At least we have like a big MSQ along with like 2 extreme fights. Maybe a big MSQ. We still don't really know the length of things, which is good and bad, I guess you could say, in a lot of ways. We don't really know how long the actual, like, story will be. I'm guessing it won't be, like, super bonkers long like I wish it would be. And I wish we had more voice acting, which they did already say we are having more voice acting, which is amazing. But it probably still won't be as far as I want as far as voice acting goes. I wish the whole game was. It's not gonna be. But also, I mean, yeah, I mean, I can't complain. I really can't complain. I hope it's long enough to last, you know what I mean? And hello, Mira, how's it going? I didn't expect to be actually put in a queue. It's kind of blowing my mind that we've had to wait this long already. Ugh. But it wouldn't hurt my feelings to not do that as well. The mounts or anything about the fights. Yeah, it's stuff I'm pretty curious about so far. Although, let's just be fair, I didn't get a single Shadowbringers, like, mount. I have none of them. I did a lot of the FODs. I'd spammed a lot. Or a few anyway, not a lot. Let's see. Let's look at my totems. Okay, so... Gosh, there's so many of these that I just stopped on. But these are the few. We didn't do Titania. I got 52, or 55 actually, sorry, 55. And I just stopped. 21 on Vol 3. And then 1 on the Ruby Weapon. Other than that, I didn't really even try Extreme or push myself to get, or even just like spam or grind or anything. They kind of ruined it for me a little bit, honestly. Like, how daunting, not just daunting, but overwhelming they made some of the FODs, which they're not so bad. Sometimes you'll have all the mechanics, and then it's just that fucking duty fonder. If you don't have a crew of 8 people that you can just like run that shit with on constant lockdown, have you all just like your basic concepts of what you're doing, that duty funder is the most toxic thing about this whole game. That's cool, Mira. 3 tier has an Asian. There's the Magus Sisters and Anima FODs. I heard about the Magus Sister. I didn't hear about Anima, which is interesting. The Magus Sisters, I feel like I heard about, which is also interesting, but I really wonder what they'll want to do with it. It kind of feels like if they're going Anima and Magus Sisters, that they're really trying to go to a Final Fantasy X style level, and it makes me wonder. There was a rumor that came out about 2.5 years ago. It was about 2.5 to 3 years ago, really. 2.5 to 3 years ago, about the Yoshi P said he would be interested in looking into a Blitzball in-game minigame. And if we have Magus Sisters and we have Anima coming up, that's 2 really big key booms from Final Fantasy X. It makes me wonder what else we're gonna get from Final Fantasy X. Yeah, I guess we're getting a Final Fantasy X buff. Yeah, definitely. And it makes me wonder if that Blitzball rumor will be coming to fruition sometime, which is a stretch. That's a big stretch, because I mean, there's so much they could do with it, but so little they could do with it, and then also so just But the Ludofots are basically Dark Aeons from 10. It's just makes me wonder, you know, if we're really pouring hard into the 10 vibes, what else are they trying to pull from there? You know, we've already went really hardcore in Stormblood into Final Fantasy XII. I mean, there was not really much nostalgia in Shadowbringers. I mean, there was some, not a lot. I'll be kind of fair and honest, not a lot. But Dark Yojimbo, I can only imagine a lot of things that they could add. If they had a Dark Yojimbo, though, I mean, they would have to bring Hildy back. No, you're super curious. Yeah, I mean, I wonder what they'll really do with it. I mean, those are some huge Final Fantasy X vibes, you know? Like, throughout the games, they've always had these, like, vibes, you know, like, I don't know much about, like, pre A Realm Reborn, but A Realm Reborn, we had a lot of, like, Final Fantasy 1, 2, and 3 vibes, and then, you know, 4 a little bit later on down the road, and then things were picking up with Final Fantasy 6 and all of them as well, with a bunch of those vibes. And, you know, here recently we've had a lot of Final Fantasy VII vibes. Here and there we've had the 13 and 15 in events. 9's just a strong overarching vibe that's throughout the whole game. But it seems like they're really pouring into those Final Fantasy X vibes, and it really makes me curious on what they're trying to do as far as that goes. And again, makes me wonder even more again about, like, what they would want to do with, you know, once again, gosh, I haven't been here in so long, holy jeez, but, like, some of the content as far as, like, the Blitzball stuff that was rumored, like, again, like, basically 3 years ago. Holy shit, though, I've not been in here in so long. It's kind of weird. I don't even remember the last time I did this dungeon. There's a lot of cool things that could come from Final Fantasy X, though. I'd be really excited to see. Even, like, story stuff, you know? Like, maybe nothing, like, too canon, obviously. But, like, the way the dream-esque feel of things work, or, like, the different world aspect feels, or, like, somebody's dead aspect feels. I mean, some of it would partially make sense with the, like, going to the moon vibes that they have going on. Which kind of seems unexplained so far, but could explain a few things. It's kind of funny how they call him Dagonaut instead of Dragonaut because it would be copywritten. Defeat the Dagonaut. Or the Dagonaut. Sounds mean, but I forgot how slow this actually played out for a dungeon. It is very slow. Again, I'll probably say it one more time. I'm kind of anxious, so bear with me. But I'm once again in the shoes of trying to find a new job, and I actually have. I had an interview today. I did a whole little questionnaire and quiz survey slash pre-elimination process kind of go on today. So bear with me and give me those high hopes that I actually do better. I had the job that I talked about a lot beforehand where I was basically miserable. I got tired of being there, so I found a new job. And if I'm being quite honest, my new job has made me feel 10 times more miserable now than whatever was there. So I did a lot of work with this new job that I'm hoping to get today. So help me out, cross those fingers and bear with me with the good vibes that I get this new job. It'd be a lot better for me. Honestly, I'd enjoy it a lot more. And to be fair, it pays like double what I do now. So if that is the case, you know, keep those good vibes out there for me and keep those hopes up for me. Another new job? Thank you. Yeah, again, I got the other job in hopes of that I would be happier, you know. The job I have now, I was hoping to be happier moving to it. It was a job that I'd actually worked, you know, since when I first got out of high school, I started working there, and I loved it. It was a lot different then, though. Like, a lot different. Now, the job is, like, super fast-paced, unsafe. Just so many things, and it makes me feel very uncomfortable, if I'm being quite honest. And, I'm really hoping for the best. Oh, son of a bitch, I did it twice. And I died that time. I should have stayed where I was at, but, thanks for the good luck, though. But yeah, this job pays like double what I make now, and it's a lot less rigmarole and bullcrap. The job I am now, the only way I know how to put it is I went from a job I had worked at for 8 years, and I was unhappy. And I decided I was going to stop working that job and try to do something that I enjoyed more. So I went to a job that I had tried to do right after I had started high school. Or, not started high school, but got out of high school. And tried to, enjoy it and feel like it was what I really wanted, again. But after I'd worked there for so long, I figured out that it was not what I wanted. I was younger back then, and the job that I was doing back then was a lot different. It was a lot safer. And then things just changed, Not just my attitude, but the job itself. Like, it's a very unsafe job these days, and it makes me feel uncomfortable. I'd rather work a job where I feel like I can come home safe every day. And, not to mention, I don't even know what hours I work. I never do. Every day is different. I go in at 8 a.m. and I get off whenever. That's basically every day, and I'm kind of, like, not into that. So, thank you so much, Mira, and also thank you, Minato. But this job is much more suited for me. I'm trying to go for, like, being a sales representative for Verizon. And, I had my, video interview today. I did my questionnaire and a few other things today. So I'm really hoping for the best. Something to be much more well-suited for me as far as, like, working with people rather than physical labor, which I always thought it was my go-to, but obviously it isn't these days. And Zyler, how's it going? Thanks for jumping in. How are you today? Hopefully you're doing pretty good. Hey, that's actually a pretty good feat. Been enjoying some Castlevania. I haven't played Castlevania in a while. Thought about playing the one that got released on the Switch a little bit, but I haven't yet, so I don't know if I will. Damn it. Missed my Bahamut. Second episode. Gosh, there's not much I remember of it. I haven't played Symphony of the Night. Gosh, I don't even know how long. It's been so long, I couldn't tell you much about the game. Period. I definitely couldn't give anybody hints on how to get through anything, that's for sure. Shit. What the hell? This game's got some horrible lag right now or something. dead. Not quite. Close. Jesus. Shield Rod is increasing useful early on. That's good. And thank you, Minato. I would have died right there, for sure. I felt the death coming. Felt it upon me. That alone would get through half the normal castle bosses? Really? Holy jeez. Oh shit, guy cray. Depending on what shield you're choosing, you can activate to install which, depending you... Really? Gosh, I haven't played that game in so long. There's so much I wouldn't remember. I haven't played Castlevania in general in, like, years, honestly. I don't even know how long it's been since I played Castlevania. Like, when I say years, I think at least 15. Let's see, how old am I? I'm 28. No, it's been, like, probably 18 years since I played Castlevania. Not talking anything bad about it, it's just it's been one of those games that just I never came up on the roster for a bit. They're games that I've actually loved, but always wish that they would do a lot more with them, honestly. Like, not just the anime is cool, don't get me wrong, but like I really wish those games would have had more like 3D, you know, exploring games, or like there's just a lot of stuff like that, really. Because I feel like they're just not only super underrated, but just like, I don't know. I just feel like they could have done a lot more with those games. Because there's not a lot of 3D titles of the games out, you know? And the ones that are, they're so, like, basically, what would I say, dated, that, or hard to get your hands on, you know, a little bit of both, that I can barely count them. PS4, you can get Castlevania Requiem? Really? That's cool. I didn't know they were actually released on the PS4 store. I still wish there was more, especially newer games. You know, that would be a very nice treat to the fans. My fear really is that they're going to kind of do like a kind of something like what they did with like Metroid Dread, which isn't bad. I've only heard good things about Metroid Dread. But I really don't want another side-scroller game to come out in that essence. I'm not that hyped for those style of games. They're okay. It's just not my cup of tea for the most part. But recently, I remember seeing the Game Boy Advance stuff recently released, which is cool. That's mostly where my Castlevania stance actually played into. I played a lot of the Game Boy Advance games when I was younger, which was fun. I had a lot of fun with it, honestly. But oh jeez. But I don't know. I still would really like to have more of the 3D games released, you know, or at least new ones that are in 3D. I know it's a lot to ask, though. I mean, there's like a strong amount of people that really love that whole like concept of it, and then a lot of people who just care none for it, you know. I mean, also be one of the only people like the 3D series. I've actually never played any of them, so I can't say I am a fan of them. I've never played any of them. It's just something I would like to see because I like this series. I like this story. Because I do like the story of all the games I've played. Played a little bit of the original games, and then I played the Game Boy games. But I've always wanted to play the 3D games. I've actually never played any of them. You know, I always thought the aspect was cool, and I always wish that there was more. So there is that, to be honest with you. I've never actually played it, so I can't say I'm a fan. But it's something that I'd actually really like to see. The side-scroller stuff isn't bad. It's just not always my cup of tea. I grew up playing a lot of side-scrollers, which isn't a bad thing. But it wasn't always my favorite, you know, especially with like 3D remakes coming out. And I always wanted more of those, especially like Castlevania. I really like that aspect that they brought to the table. But again, I've never played the 3D series, so I can't judge them ultimately. Gonna go get a drink. It's all good, man. I'm actually gonna take a very quick restroom break as well. It's the best I'm taking a very quick restroom break for you as well, or a snack. I'll be right back. Sorry. The 3D games are their own story. It's by far the weirdest story you've ever seen. The last one that I actually played, and this is going to sound crazy, was for... I can't remember the name. It was for the Nintendo Game Boy Advance. You play as the blonde-haired guy with the whip. The Belmont guy has turned into a werewolf. And you're the long-haired, white-haired dude. He's not really blonde, he's white-haired. I think he actually is a vampire. I'm not 100% sure. That was the last one I played. I can't remember the name of it. I'm also back. So welcome back. It's in that new Advanced Collection that was released, but I can't remember which game it was. I can't remember which one it was. But it was the one where you're the white-haired dude. You have a whip. The Belmont guy has been turned into like a werewolf. And he's trying to kill you halfway through the game as well. Circle of the Moon. That was the last Castlevania game that I had played. And I actually played it on Game Boy Advance. So that's how long it's been. It's been a very long time. So, Minato, would you rather hit up at the Trials Roulette, or would you want to hit up like the raids? I'll leave that up to you. I'm not doing the leveling tonight. I'm not in the mood. I don't want to do leveling main scenario, and we never do guild host. And I'm not doing 50, 60, 70. I'm not going to be on here very much longer either. So like Trials or Alliance raids or normal raids. Circle of the Moon though. Gosh, that to me that was some really awesome Castlevania games. We can do all three if you want. I don't know if I'll make it through all three, honestly. Everybody here is already going to bed, which kind of blew my mind. After I went out of here to grab a couple of drinks and use the restroom, like the lights were off, and I just literally had to go, what is your in-game job in this game? Like Final Fantasy XIV? I play Summoner, and as far as like an actual job that I've really maxed out has only been Fisherman. Other than that, it's about it. And Fisherman for a few reasons. Mostly it was just, I kind of like how they utilize it. I'm not the biggest fishing fan in games, but I really like that they released this mount as well. It was a big thing for me, and the fact that I pushed myself to get it was pretty nice. Other than that, I don't really do many jobs. Again, my class is mostly Summoner. I also always have like a tank and a healer like role that I kind of like play out. And then, yeah, that says it all right there. All my Disciples of Hand, Culinarian, I got to 29, and Disciples of the Land, Monitor 1, and then Fisherman 80. So, they kind of like, it says it all right there. I'll probably never get this mount. I think it looks very cool, but it is just so much to have to do to try to get it. I probably will never get it. Number 48 on the Duty Funder. Holy shit. That is very unfortunate. There's no telling how long we'll have to wait. Number 48? What the hell? Omega, that's another one I'll probably never get either. There's a lot of those. So when it comes to like the raid like mounts, I chalk it up pretty much from the beginning that I'm just never gonna get it due to not just the content you gotta run to do it, but the lack of how hard it is to get those things. They look cool, but again, it's things I'll probably just not really ever get into. How do you get that one? That one was from the weapon thing, right? Maybe not. I was thinking so, but I can't remember. Boja, that's what I was thinking, yeah. Gosh, I have not done Sephiroth in so long. I'll probably die. Just so you know, I will probably die. I wasn't that good at this fight to begin with, and it's been so long since I've done it. And I have like only a fraction of my moves now. I'll probably die. So chalk that up. Be ready for it. Here we go. Ah, monkey. Told you I would die. So much of this fight has always confused me. Wow, these healers kind of suck. I'm not gonna revive anybody? It revived the Dragoon, but not the Red Mage or the Summoner. What kind of, like, healers are they? Just trying to get through it as fast as they can, I suppose, is the delegation? I don't know. Damn, legit left me and the Red Mage dead the whole fight. Alright. Karma hit the other White Mage. Not giving anybody a player combination. That was just fucking shit. Fuck that. Wait, I fell off the map? I didn't remember fall off the map. I thought I just got like bonked and dead. Nonetheless. Oh. Alliance or normal? Let's go normal, then do Alliance last if I have time, honestly. Like, I'm not trying to stretch out the stream too much. So I think normal would be better, and then do an Alliance after, because, I don't know, I feel like it'd be better. Alliance would be okay, but to be fair, there's no telling how long normal will take. And again, I can't be on here too much longer. I gotta go back to the job I currently have tomorrow. I gotta wake up ass early in the morning. I've been out of work for about a week and a half-ish. So, yeah. I'm gonna be out of the groove. I'm not used to waking up that early already. And just so much that I have to have on par with. Being Kefka's apprentice or Sephiroth's brother. Oh, Jesus. Kefka's apprentice. Let's look at Kefka. Kefka is mad. He is a clown. He's basically Final Fantasy's Joker. So if you were his apprentice, you would be fucked up a lot. And it sounds like he would be if you were Sephiroth's brother as well. But if I'm being honest with you, Sephiroth cares about his kin. If he had any. Or what he does have, for that matter, in some weird ways. We won't get into for potential spoiler values for some people. So I would say Sephiroth's brother. Right off the bat. He doesn't really have any. And his family values are like keen. So your protection rate up there. Kefka? Oh, Jesus. He loves his mom. And his brothers, too, in a sense. But Kefka, on the other hand, I don't think Kefka cares about anything other than, you know, Kefka. And being a god of sorts. To be fair, I'd choose neither, honestly, if it was more of an option. But they're very, very big Final Fantasy villains, and if I had to choose between the two and no other choice, it'd definitely be Sephiroth's brother. Kefka! What are the odds? We save Kefka, and Kefka arrives. I haven't read this in forever, so also bear with me here. Jesus. Or Kefka. Oh man, I remember most of the font, but I'm gonna be bumpy as fooge. Bumpy and very not great. Oh man. Okay. And we have the ring around us, which means we probably have somebody new. I always thought it was kind of funny how they had his like Final Fantasy VI like laugh kind of like plugged in. Cloud's apprentice or best friends with Noctis? Well, all of Noctis's friends ended up dead, so I think that question, like, you know, answers itself. Fuck! You get to survive. I'd probably still choose Cloud. I mean, sure, Noctis is best friends. I mean, you know, they're, I don't know. It's a toughie. I mean, Cloud really can teach you a whole lot either. It's very inductive. I guess if you got to survive, I would choose Noctis as best friends. Not because his dad's rich right king, but to the fact of the matter that... Oh, shit, we are all dead here. Yeah, that sucks. But, I mean, lots of cool stuff, you know? That sucks. Can't believe we all died. So yeah, I think I would say Noctis. I mean, Cloud just wouldn't talk to you very much, and he'd be very resentful. Noctis, a little bit more lively, a lot more sleepy, but Noctis is also more outgoing. And, you know, one of the bigger reasons why I would say, you know, normally not choose Noctis because all of his friends die, but if you get to survive, I mean, there's like a lot of opportunity there. I mean, really, could have a great life. Doing okay, doing pretty good. Which is my favorite Final Fantasy Sid? Oh man, that's actually a hard question. Gosh, I really don't know. They all have their own personality, which makes me like each one on their own. Let's see. Probably. Gosh, I don't know. Final Fantasy VII Sid is up there as like #1 probably. Then probably Final Fantasy XIV Sid after that. And I don't really care for Sid in Final Fantasy VIII or 9. He's not really my favorite. And I guess probably Sid in Final Fantasy VI. I mean, he was okay. My favorite is probably 7 though, to be honest. And then followed up by Final Fantasy XIV Sid. Final Fantasy XIV Sid is very cool, but he lacks a lot of injustice. I mean, he's very political, and that's basically his whole character. Very political and influential. And I mean, he's an adventurer like most of the Sids, but just, I don't know, me. Third might even be, honestly, Final Fantasy 15 Sid, the old man, I think is like a good touch, the way they did things. Your favorite is 14 Sid? 14 Sid's probably my second favorite, you know, like I was saying. He's not a bad Sid, I think he's really cool. Just, not my favorite, you know. I feel like he lacks a little bit of characteristics that I would really like him to have as far as like a main series core character. That's just me, though. I think my favorite is probably Final Fantasy VII Sid, to be fair and honest. Like, I don't know, he just has so much more characteristics about his actual in-game character than most do, and I feel like it's just very nice. Not 14, but 14. Yeah, 14 is good, but yeah, Final Fantasy IV Sid is actually pretty awesome. I like his attitude, the way he is toward the characters and everything. He's pretty cool. Being the airship pilot and everything. But yeah, 4, he's pretty cool. I like how I like his character model as well. It's one of the things, like in Final Fantasy IX, they did with Baku. I always thought that he looked very similar to like the old school Sid. I think that's his name, Baku, isn't it? I could be wrong. I'd look it up really quick if I did, if I wasn't afraid of dying. Good deal. Yeah, Baku, Final Fantasy IX. He looks very similar to Sid, and I think anyway. Yeah, very similar, Baku and Sid. I thought it was right. But yeah, Baku and Sid look so similar to each other. Pretty sure you have the Wand of Kefka. Thought so. Gonna exit here, restroom break really quick. I'll be right back. You have the ult to poison a whole village. Kefka is something else for sure. Alright. So we did the normal raid. Alliance raid. I feel like we kind of still have enough time to do that. So let's do it. See how far we'll be. See how far we'll get. See how long it's going to take. There's no telling. If it takes too long, I'm not going to be able to do it. Again, I have to go to sleep earlier tonight, unfortunately. My goal is to try to do this. Hopefully it won't take too long. Usually this takes like 30 minutes though. That's the daunting part. So we'll see. Much love back at you, Zyler. Thank you so much for watching and sticking around. Sean on back at you. And can't wait till you can jump again next time, Zyler. I really appreciate it. And as I always do, have a great night though. And till next time, Zyler. I really appreciate it. Oh man. I really hope it doesn't take the full 6 minutes. I've just got to eat and go to bed kind of soon. So Monado, lots of cool stuff coming up. Looking forward to any new games other than Endwalker. Looking forward to the new Final, not Final Fantasy, but Pokemon games. The new Nier raid, which could take a while. I hope not. We're number 50 on the duty finder. I don't know if I can wait that long. 50 on the duty finder is that's a bit much. I'm very tired. The remakes, that's good. I am as well. I just don't know completely how to feel about them. I'm hoping they're very good. I'm looking more so forward to Legends Arceus, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like, Legends Arceus has my full attention. The remakes kind of look the same. You know, a little quality of life improvements, but not a lot. Legends Arceus, though, jeepers. That's what's got my full attention right now. Number 49. I really don't know if I can wait this whole time. That's a long wait for this. Let's see. What could I do to delegate or mitigate things? You know what? I'm going to go ahead and call it here. We'll do this tonight. Don't expect this to happen every night. I am going to go ahead and call it here on Final Fantasy XIV. There's no way I can wait this long. Number 40 on the duty finder. I don't want to just say plans tomorrow, because I don't actually have plans tomorrow. I just have to get back to the current job that I have. Be that as it may, I don't like it, and believe me, I wish I could quit, but I can't yet. I still have to have income. So, we're number 46. At this delegation, I'd say 15 to 25 minutes in, we'll get a queue. It's going to take about 25 to 30 minutes to do whatever the hell we're doing. Maybe. And I just cannot wait that long. I just legitimately can't. Not just because of my own time crunch, but just generally, it's far too long to wait. I can't do it tonight, or probably in the future either. Like, it's a big thing with some of the stuff that's daunted me and slowed me down from some Final Fantasy XIV contents. These long ass queues for some content because of DPS is always going to be at an all-time high, but the lack of healers and tanks and intuitiveness to want people to play those is, well, let's just say that. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this. And I do appreciate you helping me out tonight, Minato. I'm going to log out. I'm logging out as well. I'm not going anywhere just yet. Let's close the application. Gonna do that. And I haven't tried this yet, so let's just play for a little bit. I played a little bit of the Insane Trilogy, but let's gosh, I really don't want to dabble with that yet though. What I will do, let's go ahead and just completely turn off the PS4. Let's just do that. And, you know, I'm like right here in front of myself, so I can do this as well. Shouldn't take too long. Let's go ahead and pop this back up. And there's a few of these games I didn't try out last night that I could try out tonight. You know, a little bit, not much. Just a tad bit. Try out some of these Switch, Nintendo 64 online games. Hopefully the sound will be fixed tonight. I don't really know. I can't really promise that. Let's see here. Sorry, I actually got to do this really quick. I forgot. Said healer, it's okay. Like I said, I'm not. I don't have much time left. I'm gonna just dabble in some like single player random shit on these emulators here. We'll just kind of call it there for the night. Let's see. We didn't do a lot of Genesis stuff last night, but we didn't do a lot of 64 stuff last night either. Mostly it was 64 stuff. Let's go Genesis tonight. So this was one game I was super curious about last night. I've never played it. Let's see what it's about. The long, long struggle of ancient times finally ended. The victor sacrificed the vanquished to the heavens. 4 bells tolled, 4 torches were lit. And the world continued for thousands of years. That makes no sense. I'm very curious. Fantasy Star, the end of the millennium. Chaz, we've worked hard, or we have work to do. Hurry up and get ready. Oh, jeepers. This is your first job since this is like some old school JRPG. Better put your heart into it. I don't think I'm ready for this. This is like a deep dive, so let's find something that's less of a deep dive. It's something more of a let's just play kind of game. Let's play Castlevania Bloodlines. We played Castlevania, or talked about Castlevania earlier. Let's do this. 1994 was a year old when this came out. Sega. Konami. Very cool. Classic. The ancestors of the Belmont family are doomed to confront the power of evil incarnate, Dracula. In 1917, a countess sought to revive the long-dead spirit of the vampire. Her name was Elizabeth Bartley. To revive him, she needed to travel all over Europe, enlisting help from all the powers of darkness. 2 young vampires hunters set out to fulfill their destiny, push back the evil border, and drive the vampire back into his dark netherworld. Here we go. Bloodlines. Let's do it. Probably gonna suck. Are we John Morris, born December 1895? John or Eric? A spear or vampire killer? The whip. Let's take the whip. I'm more used to this. I've never played this before, so this will be interesting. This game is super hard. I could only imagine. I'm not trying to go very far. Ruins of Castle Dracula, Romania. Side scrollers, so jump and attack. Okay. Super old school fills. Random door. Random stairs. Die, unicorn merman. Jeebers. This game is hard. I've already lost more than half of my life, and I feel like we barely made it through anything. I don't even know it's just like a way to get your health back. Son of a monkey. We got super close to taking the first boss out. These games were always so confusing too. I think we got it this time. Did it! Yeah! Fuck. I think it's our last love. I don't know if we have loves or what the hell. I don't know how this shit works. The lives are on the top right. It says 0-0. Yeah, I see that. But we won't make it far. For sure, we won't make it very far. freaking Super Mario. One at a time. Let's go to game selection. This is a game I actually saw last night. I've never played before, but it looked interesting. And then after this, I'll probably go ahead and call it quits for the night. A little tired. But it was this actual, like Mobile Suit Gundam-esque style game. All your comrades basically die right there. And I just died. Again, I'm not going to make it very far in this game. Oh, it's my last life. I'm on my 0 life here. Oh! That sucks. This was a game I actually looked at last night. I probably need a little bit more practice with it. It looks okay. Let's choose one more game tonight before I call it quits. I've played Echo. It's kind of boring. Let's look. Gunstar sounds interesting. Fantasy Star we played a tad-ish bit of. Let's play Shinobi. Let's do this. Shinobi 3. I wonder if it's anything like gosh, I can't think of the name now. Ninja Gaiden. That was it. Loved Ninja Gaiden back in the day. I didn't read any of that, but that's okay. Let's try it out. I was born this year, 1993. I was meant to play this game. Zed's Resurrection. What the hell? It's all about the shuriken. All about the shuriken. Here we go. Some change. It's just getting weird, a little different. Oh shit. This is hard as shit. Oh hell. Alright, let's try to save all those maybe. What the hell? You can climb on the ceiling? Here we go. Yeah, I don't get this game. Boss fight? I guess so. I don't know. I've never played that before. I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it here tonight. Honestly, I'm pretty tired, pretty hungry. How was the sound tonight? Did it work pretty good tonight, Minato? Now that you're here and well, you've been here, but as far as things go, like, yeah, how did the sound go tonight? Was it pretty good, or was it still wonky like last night? Just random curious thing. I am gonna call it here though. I am very tired. Also, I've again, I have to wake up super early tomorrow for my job, and I do thank you all so much for watching. But hopefully you can catch me pretty soon. You have the audio on the Switch, yeah? That's good. I still wonder what was up with last night. But nonetheless, I'm glad everything worked out. Thank you so much for watching, Minato. Thank you for support and for, you know, sticking around with the Switch shit, and also all the help on Final Fantasy XIV tonight. But I am going to call it here. I'm really not that tired, if I'm being quite honest. I really have a big day tomorrow, getting back to work, getting back to my schedule, and good night to you as well. And again, hopefully I can get that new job. Wish me all the luck. Please, everyone that can, send me your spirit vibes. I really need them. I'd really love to have this other job a lot. So thank you all so much for watching, and keep those hopes up for me. I really appreciate that. And until next time, I am out of here. Hopefully you can catch me then. I'll try to be on here tomorrow night, but no doubt sending good vibes. Thank you so much, Minato. Thank you for all the support tonight. But for now, everybody, I am out of here. Thank you so much. Take it easy. Have a great night, and hopefully you can catch me next time. I'm going to try to be on here tomorrow night, but if not, don't hate me for it. But until next time, I am out of here. Good night, everybody. Take it easy. Have fun. Thank you for all the support. And until then, until next time, I am out here. Good night, everyone.